Guys, it's your girl Renee, and this is the first cut of the season. So I'm over here in the green garden. Now this section over here is never too hard to cut. It's when I get over into the black and white garden. That's where all that thick tall grass is. But child, dandelions galore. So I'm going to harvest some of these dandelions, and I'm going to I should have brought a container out here. So I'm going to pick as much as I can of these dandelions. As you can see here, they're in the grass a little bit on this side. So I'm going to harvest that because, you know, dandelions are edible from the leaves to the stems to the flowers, all that, because I want to try some of that dandelion tea and also some of that jam. So we're going to pick these now. We'll get my gloves on. We're going to scoop these up and I'm going to put them in one of these pots that I have out here. And then I'll just come back later after I finish doing all my grass cutting. And then if I see any dandelions as I go, then I will stop and harvest them as well. So let's go ahead and get these ones picked up and see what I can see. Because we got all kinds of stuff, all kind of bugs and critters out here. So it is what it is, child. It's the first day that I will be cutting my grass. All right, let's get these dandelions. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna sit you on the tripod. I'm gonna harvest some of these dandelions, and we gonna take it from there. Hopefully, it's not too. This camera won't fall over. I'll keep an eye on it because you know when you're working out here, and you can only harvest these dandelions if you haven't sprayed your grass with any kind of crazy chemicals and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the tops off because I don't have my trowel out here, which I usually have a trowel all around this area. I got birds and stuff out here. So we shall see, my friend. Maybe I could I'm going to pop some of these over here. I'm going to go for the dandelion tops. And pick them first because I just want the here because I want to get them before I come and cut the grass. And I have these. Let me show you. I have these. See? I have these ones. I'm just taking the tops of them and I'm going to put them in a pot. I'll stick them in this pot over here. Yeah, put them in that pot. Put them in that pot. Let's go finish picking the rest. And I see some dead nettle, but that's out of my cutting area, so I will leave them alone. I don't know how many dandelions I need. Let me see if I can get this whole dandelion one out of here. I'll stick this one up on the trash can, but let me show you what I'm talking about with the dandelions. This is what I'm talking about. See how you have the leaves, you can eat the stems, you can eat the flowers, and I heard that the dandelion greens taste really, really good. They almost taste like a spinach or um, a light flavored like collard or kale. So we're gonna try it out and see. So I'm gonna stick this one in this pot too. Okay, so I'm going to finish picking the rest of these dandelions, and then I'll come back when I'm done. All right, you guys, so I'm going to start cutting this grass. Let's get this grass together. Crank it up, and let's see what we do. First cut. Woo. If I can get it started. Hold on, I gotta lower the wheels all the way to the ground on this side. So I forgot on this side, we gotta cut it low. All right, let's try this again. Come on, lawnmower. Know you've been resting. We gotta get you together. Come on. Alright, you guys, so I'm over in the black and white garden, and this is the worst side of my garden. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, so I can zoom in. See how high that grass is? Here, over there, over here. Look under my bench, just full of thick, tall grass. So I'm gonna have to raise my lawnmower up because this side is like more dense and thicker than the green garden. So that's what your girl's gonna do. And then we're gonna get to cutting this bad boy, because it ain't no joke over here on this side of the garden. So let me get this raised up. I'll cut it on, the lawnmower on, and I will do a little bit of cutting over here. And then once I get it all done, then y'all see, you looking at the before, and then you're gonna see the after. Hoping the after looks a whole lot better than the before. Alright, so let's get the rocking and the rolling. Here we go. Woohoo! I love a well-cut grass. Here you go, baby. guys, I have finished my first cut of my garden, which feels so good. Told you the first cut is always the hardest. Look at this. I've done the grass, looks good. I've weed whacked it, looks fantastic. My tools are there. So I want to give you an overview of what it looks like. Look at that. Isn't that Japanese maple tree beautiful? Now the fun part starts. I get to start putting my flowers in my flower pots and getting those raised beds over there, put in some new soil so I can get that going. So when it's ready for me to bring my plants that I've been growing in the inside out, and then I've already cleaned these out. So these are ready for my herbs. I'm going to put that planter on top where those tomato cages are so I can get it up there. Maybe put some onions in there. So I just wanted to let you guys see that your girl did it. Woohoo! And your girl is exhausted. Trust and believe. Look, my mums are starting to come up. Look at that. Even though tails have been digging in there, the mums look really good. So I'm so excited. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to pick up all my tools and stuff, and I am going to go inside, rest up, and watch some of my shows that I taped. I'm always got my eyeballs are always, looking around because you never know who's out here with you. So it is what it is. But like I was saying, I am going to get my stuff picked up and your girl is going in for the day. I may come out later on to plant some more onions because your girl is still needing to get rid of those onions. So I think I'm going to put some onions there, clean that bed out. And I think I'm going to add some onions over here into this planter because that's a good location. And then I have another location over here that already has some existing onions. So I'm going to throw some in there. And then I think I'm going to plant some sunflower seeds in those two containers there. One in that black one in that red one, in the black one. Throw some onions there. Because, child, told you I'm still working on them onions. So I have lots and lots of onions. Your girl is still trying to get done and put out so your girl can have lots and lots of onions for the season. And doesn't those daffodils and everything look beautiful up on that hill? Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. I love that. Told you spring, at the beginning of spring is always my favorite because, child, once the heat comes, all this goes by the wayside. So you might as well enjoy it while you can. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Get out there and enjoy the sunshine if you can because the heat will be here before you know it. All right, guys, take care.